Today's video is all about the Legacy Arms Brookhart Dagger. This is a double-edged dagger, of course. Pretty sweet blade. Did the cutting with it already. Did really well. It's got a fine edge on it. Let's take a look at some specs, up-close looks, and then you can watch me destroy a tatami mat with it. Let's get to it. 19 1/4 overall length. We've got a 12 15/16 of an inch on the blade itself. So full-size blade, full-size dagger. You can obviously use it in that reverse grip if you're using that for direct thrusting. And you obviously have it with the cuts as well. We're looking at a 5160 high carbon steel dagger from Legacy Arms. This one has a fuller running through it. So we have a fuller running until about 3 or 4 fingers from the tip of it. So the tip is still going to have the integrity that it needs. Comes with a hardwood scabbard, hardwood leather wrap scabbard. We've got a matching cross on the pommel, which this pommel is peened. I know it's black, so we can get it in the sun. You can see the hammer marks from it being peened. Feels really solid, very solid piece of steel here. Again, the scabbard is a wood cord leather wrap scabbard. Very simple, has a cross running on it, and has a steel tip as well. So this one would be really easy to rig. So if you were gonna wear this underneath the hip, as a dagger would be, if you wanted to cross carry this as well. We have all the stuff that you need on the accessories section, the leather goods section at cultofathena.com. If you can pick up a sword frog or a dagger frog, we've got you covered with that. Let's talk about the grip a little bit. Grip is 4 3/8 inches on the grip. So clearly, obviously, just a pretty standard sized dagger as far as that goes. Not too wide on the handle, is a wood cord leather wrapped handle. We have notching, you can call it notching, there's just lines really to improve on traction of the grip. You can see that in the light as the light's hitting it. So it's just intended just for retention of your grip because this thing is gonna go forward, whether that's in the forward grip or in the reverse grip. Either way, wherever you wanna hold it, you wanna hold like a saber grip. It's very comfortable in the saber grip, have no problems with it at all. It's comfortable in the hammer grip. I don't really favor one. Other than, you know, with daggers, I do favor a saber grip because of parrying and other precise movements on that. But you might not. So as far as that goes, hammer's good and saber is just as good. All right, so it's a sharp dagger. So what do we categorize it as? This one is categorized as battle ready, meaning that it has an edge, it is sharp, it is not hair shaving sharp, as I mentioned before in other videos, but it's ready to go. That's really what it means. It doesn't mean it's going to be this ultimate thing, but it is a very solid dagger. There's no moving parts on it. I didn't expect there to be. Legacy Arms stuff is made in the Philippines. Some people say the Philippines doesn't really have great blacksmiths. That's actually not true. And this one is an exception. No, it's not. All right, so what do we categorize this one as? What do we categorize it as? We categorize this one as battle ready. So this one meaning that it's ready to go. It's ready for, you know, cut testing and things like that. It's got a solid edge on it. Legacy Arms blades are manufactured in the Philippines. There's a lot of great blacksmiths in the Philippines. This thing isn't super heavy. It's just a pretty standard dagger. How much does it weigh? A lot of slashes with this one, a lot of powerful slashes. This one's been sharpened really well. We had our sharpening guy take care of that, so make sure you thank him in the comments below. But here you go. This is what a dagger does. I shoved it into the sand here. Here's what a dagger, a double-edged dagger does. Primarily cuts and a little bit of thrusts. So Legacy Arms blades are made in the Philippines. They're manufactured in the Philippines. There's a lot of great blacksmiths in the Philippines. So it's a pretty solid dagger. We're looking at 1 pound, 3.2 ounces. Not super heavy for a dagger. If this was like 3 or 4 pounds, then yeah, that would be too much. But they've done a great job of it. Point of balance is solid. It's not too centered to where it doesn't feel like you could still slash with it. Slashing and thrusting ability is really precise on it. I like the cross guard. It's a good width for my hand, especially if you're using saber grip and you like to have that thumb close to the guard. Let's run with some up close looks of this blade in the scabbard, out of the scabbard, and then we'll take a look at the cut testing. Let's get to it. All right, very simple design. We have a black leather scabbard. The handle, the cross guard rather, not just the handle, is, I think it's oxidized. So this is not paint, so it's like a chip, but it just allows it not to be corroded. Again, there's the lines going across it for retention. We've got the cross on the pommel. Here are the hammer marks on the peen. You know that it's peened. Over, taking a look at the scabbard. Got the cross on there. There's a wood cord leather wrapped scabbard, like I said before. Some of that is from me doing the cut testing already and slashing the tatami. So you're gonna get that, easy to clean off. All right, so it's come to this time now. Time to look at the cut testing. I decided to go with a lot of big slashes on this one and put a little bit more power into it. They get a little bit different perspective on it. Of course, this would primarily be a thrusting tool, so I did a little bit of thrusting on it. It's not as impressive to thrust tatami, but for you that are watching this, you're gonna wanna see it, especially if you're interested in collecting daggers and adding this one to your collection. Let's take a look at that. All right, so there you have it, the Legacy Arms Brookhart Dagger. This one did really well on the cutting. Comes with a solid factory edge, and I really like the point of balance and the ability to move with precision on this one. If you like this dagger and you want to see more Legacy Arms products, drop us a comment and let us know. Let us know if you just want to see more daggers. Sometimes it's nice to change it up from seeing all the swords that we have to offer at Kult of Athena, all the pole arms that we have. Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and we'll see you in the next one.